Startup had been, I've known this since the very start of, I've been following Edulift solutions as a corporate, as a startup since the last 2 years, and it has done tremendously well. Within the last 1 year, they have to over 470 plus subscriber schools. They are the next big thing in the EdTech space. Please watch out for Edulift solution. Now I would like to call on the dais Mr. Sandeep Solanki, CEO Edulift Solution Pvt Ltd, to please take the dais and now address you all. Thank you so much. Mr. Sandeep Solanki, a huge round of applause, please.
My name is Sandeep, and on behalf of Edulift, I welcome you all. So Edulift started in 2017, and we are completing 1.5 years now. So by September 2018, it will be 2 years, and we have launched 2 products by now. One is we are authorized vendor for ATL government project. Another is this Mind Maps. So Mind Maps is the recent innovation in the field of education. So I'll take you through the presentation quickly in 10 minutes. So this is a recent launch. I'm sure you've heard about the document released by the Prime Minister of India, Exam Warrior. In that document also it talks about if you can teach your students through mind map way. So it is completely on the same lines, and mind maps for the first time is invented by Tony Buzan in 1970. So this is completely a new pedagogy which a teacher can offer in a classroom while teaching that same NCERT curriculum. We have done a small investigation in 12 schools across India before launching this product to find out what challenges students face in classroom. So the first one is identifying the key points in the chapter. I am sure we all know that normally in class 7 to 10, a chapter falls in 14, 15, 20 pages. And if you go back to their textbook, you will find that there are highlighters and underlines on those important points, which are very important for him to learn or later on revise. Number 2 is suffer with postponement. Student says, "Ma'am, baad mein kar lunga, kal kar lunga." The third thing is quick revision. So can we offer one technique or one solution through which the student can revise the same chapter quickly? The fourth is memorization and recall. I am sure you have students in your class who perform very good at the time of revision or term exams, and they come up with good answers. Even they explain their answer in their own style, but when it comes to examination, they come back to you and tell you, "Ki ma'am, bhul gaya. Answer yaad nahi raha." Yeah, you just tell them one word and they can get you the whole answer. So that one word is missing, that's why they're missing that answer. So what is that way we can make sure that they can remember and recall that answer when it is required? So now you see this paragraph here. If you can read this. These are 30 words. Now look at this. It's that same information, now it is in 130 words. And the meaning is still the same. The problem is this paragraph. I mean, student in class 7 to 10 is mature enough that he can frame his own language. He needs those concrete words, those points. Even when you see your teachers check answer sheets of the students, they look at those important words in the answer. And if they are there, then they get the full marks. So what the students need today is conceptual understanding and excellent memory. So for conceptual understanding, students need that key points in an organized way. systematically organized. So when I say systematically, I mean to say scientifically also. Excellent memory will come with repetition and left and right brain stimulation. Now, if you see a student can revise a particular chapter a maximum of 5 times in a year. So if there are 20 chapters and the revision is happening 5 times in a year to 5 subjects and in 180 working days. The reason I'm saying repetition and revision is, it's very simple concept scientifically done, that if you keep on repeating something for a small amount of time, you will retain that thing for a longer period of time in your brain. So whatever activities we are doing in classes during our CCE, role plays, brainstorming, you know that you can't repeat that same activity on the same topic every day. That repetition cannot happen. You need time to finish your curriculum. So what is that one technique you can offer them that student can repeat and revise time and again without wasting much of your time? So how that repetition can happen quickly again and again? So I'll answer to that question. So we need to understand the brain language of each individual sitting in my class. So if I have 25, 30, 40 students sitting in my class, it is very challenging for me to find out how my student understands, or if he is left brain dominant or right brain dominant. And if it is right brain dominant, then what part of the language he understands the most? This is left brain and right brain concept. It's a proven scientific theory that students are dominant with either of the brains. Now, can I offer one technique through which my student can revise a topic in whatever language he understands or she understands? So left brain says words, numbers, lines, list, logic, analysis. Right brain says rhyme, color, shapes, maps, imagination and daydreaming. Mind maps which we have created consist of all these languages on just one page. The whole chapter will be displayed on just one page. Look at this. This is chapter from class 7th science, acid, bases and salts. This is that complete chapter which is in the textbook on 15-20 pages. This is one example how we have read and seen Ramayana before. Anything can be created on a mind map. How to read a mind map is that you have to read it clockwise. That is the flow of your chapter. These colors are coded. Every time student read an information with that color branch, he will store that information with that color. Exactly the way if I say the word mango and something comes to your head, is that color, the shape. The brain never responds as M-A-N-G-O. It responds with an image. Exactly same way, there are a lot of words which cannot be imagined by the student. So what is mind map today is a combination of maps and school syllabus of NCERT class 7 to 10. It's exactly like if you're taking a tour of your school to, let's suppose, to Delhi, or maybe if you are in Delhi, Jaipur or some other state of the country. So before taking to that state or that place, you introduce that city or state to your students on a map. And you talk about that tomorrow's plan, that this is what we are going to do. And these are the places we're going to visit. So those students will be able to relate more on the tomorrow's tour to that city. Exactly same way, when you introduce a chapter, the first thing what you do is introduce the chapter on that map. It's that simple for them. So benefits you get out of this is, and only benefits from mind maps, that student can learn and revise 10 times faster. Trust me, it doesn't take more than 5 to 7 minutes to revise the whole chapter. Remember almost every chapter. When I say your textbook is in 200 pages and this mind map book is in just 40 pages. It's very easy for him to remember those important words. Learn without stress, brain-friendly approach. Now student will learn in their own brain language. Empower teacher and students. As you know that teachers can't repeat the same activity time and again because we don't have that kind of time available. But this repetition can happen, and repetition is the only way that you can retain things for a longer period of time. So mind maps are available for class 7 to 10, maths and science. This is one example of some mind maps I've seen in schools. So we have created on those same topics, fiber to fabric, exactly the same mind map on the same topic. Triangles and its properties, surface areas and volumes, electric current. That's it. Thank you. Mind maps have been subscribed by 470 schools by now. This is our first year, and thank you for that kind of response. Thank you so much. Thanks.